Create a full story 5 with parts, and every part should be 2,000 words, please. This is the story for your inspiration. Please create this in new and perfect, and please not match the same, create the new one. And give me first the all-part outlines with numbering. The night sky above the Atacama Desert blazed with countless stars, their light undimmed by the pollution that plagued most of Earth's urban centers. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood motionless, her eyes fixed on the giant radio telescope that dominated the landscape. For years, she had scanned the cosmos, searching for signs of extraterrestrial intelligence. Tonight, everything would change. A soft beep from her tablet broke the silence. Elena's heart raced as she checked the incoming data. The signal was unlike anything she had ever seen, a complex, repeating pattern that defied natural explanation. She took a deep breath, steadying herself against the flood of emotions threatening to overwhelm her. "This is it," she whispered to herself. First contact. Within hours, observatories around the world confirmed Elena's discovery. The signal originated from a star system just 40 light-years away in the constellation Libra. As news of the alien transmission spread, humanity found itself united in a way it had never been before. Old rivalries and conflicts faded into the background as people of all nations turned their gaze to the stars. In New York, the United Nations convened an emergency session to discuss humanity's response. Dr. Rodriguez, now thrust into the global spotlight, addressed the General Assembly. "We stand at a crossroads," she declared, her voice steady despite the enormity of the moment. "For centuries, we have wondered if we are alone in the universe. Today, we have our answer. The signal we've received is not random noise or a natural phenomenon. It is a message sent by an intelligent civilization, and it is meant for us." As Elena spoke, screens around the chamber displayed the decrypted portions of the alien transmission. It contained mathematical constants, prime numbers, and simple diagrams, a cosmic Rosetta Stone that allowed for basic communication. "They are inviting us to respond," Elena continued, "to engage in a dialogue that will forever change the course of human history. The question before us now is, are we ready?" The debate that followed was intense but surprisingly unified. Nations that had been enemies for generations found common ground in the face of this new frontier. It was decided that humanity would respond as one voice, with a message of peace and curiosity. Over the next months, Earth's brightest minds worked tirelessly to craft a reply. They included information about human biology, culture, and technology, along with questions about the alien civilization. When the message was finally sent, the world held its collective breath, knowing it would take 40 years for a response to arrive. But the aliens had anticipated this limitation. As Earth's message beamed across the cosmos, a small object appeared at the edge of the solar system, decelerating as it approached. Telescopes and probes scrambled to analyze the visitor. A sleek, automated craft no larger than a bus, clearly of extraterrestrial origin. The probe entered orbit around Earth, broadcasting a simple message: "We come in peace. Prepare for contact." Governments and militaries around the world went on high alert, but the alien craft made no aggressive moves. Instead, it began transmitting vast amounts of scientific and cultural information about its creators. Linguists and cryptographers worked around the clock to decipher the data, slowly piecing together a picture of the alien civilization. They called themselves the Zarkari, a species that had achieved interstellar travel centuries ago. Their message spoke of a galactic community of intelligent races, linked by a network of faster-than-light communication relays. Earth, they explained, was being invited to join this cosmic federation. As the world grappled with this paradigm-shifting revelation, a young engineer named Maya Chen made a breakthrough that would change everything. Working with a team at MIT, she deciphered the principles behind the Zarkari's faster-than-light technology. It was complex, relying on exotic matter and energy states beyond current human science, but not incomprehensible. "We can build this," Maya announced to a stunned auditorium of scientists and government officials. With the information they've provided, we can construct our own FTL communication device. We don't have to wait decades between exchanges. We can talk to them in real time. The race to construct Earth's first faster-than-light communicator began. Nations pooled their resources, with even long-standing rivals contributing their best scientists and engineers to the project. Maya Chen led the effort, working tirelessly to translate alien theories into practical human technology. 6 months later, in a heavily guarded facility beneath the Rocky Mountains, the device was ready. As global leaders and billions of citizens watched via satellite, Maya initiated the startup sequence. The air crackled with tension and possibilities. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, with a soft hum, the machine came to life. Streams of data flowed across holographic displays, and a voice, clearly artificial but undeniably alien, filled the chamber. "Greetings, people of Earth. We are the Zarkari. We have long awaited this moment." A cheer erupted from the assembled scientists and officials. Tears of joy and wonder streamed down faces around the world. Humanity had taken its first real step into a larger universe. But as the initial elation faded, the Zarkari's next words brought a sobering reality. "We come to you not only in friendship but in need. A great darkness threatens our galaxy, and we believe that humanity may hold the key to our survival. The choice before you is momentous. Remain isolated on your world, or join us among the stars. But know this, should you choose to stay behind, you may find yourselves alone against forces beyond your comprehension." As the transmission ended, a heavy silence fell over the room. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, who had been invited to witness this historic moment, stepped forward. "We've spent our entire existence looking up at the stars," she said, her voice filled with determination. "Now they're looking back, asking for our help. Whatever challenges lie ahead, we face them not just as humans, but as citizens of the galaxy." The journey that began with a single signal from the stars was about to take humanity on an adventure beyond its wildest dreams. The age of Earth's isolation was over. A new chapter in human history was about to begin, one that would test the limits of human ingenuity, courage, and the unbreakable spirit that had carried our species from caves to the brink of interstellar civilization. As news of the Zarkari's request spread, the people of Earth found themselves divided. Some embraced the idea of joining the galactic community with open arms, eager for the adventure and knowledge it promised. Others counseled caution, fearing the unknown and the potential dangers that might lurk among the stars. In the days that followed, debates raged in parliaments, on social media, and around dinner tables across the globe. The decision to engage with the Zarkari would affect every human being, and the weight of that responsibility was not lost on anyone. As the world grappled with its cosmic choice, Maya Chen and her team continued to refine the FTL communicator. With each passing day, they learned more about the principles behind the technology, inching humanity closer to the stars. One evening, as Maya pored over the latest data, she made a startling discovery. Hidden within the Zarkari transmissions was a set of coordinates, the location of a small moon orbiting a gas giant in a nearby star system. Attached to these coordinates was a simple message: "Come meet us." The revelation sent shockwaves through the scientific community and world governments. The Zarkari weren't just inviting humanity to join them in the abstract, they were extending a literal invitation to the stars. As part one of our story draws to a close, humanity stands on the precipice of its greatest adventure. The question that has echoed through the ages, "Are we alone?" has been answered. But new questions have taken its place. Are we ready? Can we rise to the challenge? And what wonders, or dangers, await us in the vast expanse of the cosmos? The stage is set for humanity's first steps into a larger world. The awakening is complete. The journey is about to begin. The United Nations interstellar vessel Prometheus hung in space, its sleek hull gleaming in the light of an alien sun. Captain Zoran Como stood on the bridge, her dark eyes fixed on the looming gas giant before them. Somewhere in orbit around that massive planet was their destination, and humanity's first face-to-face meeting with an extraterrestrial civilization. All systems nominal, Captain, reported Lieutenant Yuki Tanaka from her station. We're maintaining stable orbit and scanning for the coordinates provided by the Zarkari. Zara nodded, feeling the weight of history on her shoulders. The Prometheus, Earth's first faster-than-light capable ship, had been built in record time using a combination of human ingenuity and Zarkari technology. Its crew, drawn from nations across the globe, represented the best humanity had to offer. "There," called out Dr. Elena Rodriguez, her voice tinged with excitement. "I'm detecting an artificial structure on the third moon." On the main view screen, an image appeared of a sleek, silver installation nestled in a crater. Its architecture was unlike anything seen on Earth, graceful curves and spiraling towers that seemed to defy gravity. "It's beautiful," whispered Maya Chen, the engineer whose work had made this journey possible. Captain Como took a deep breath. "Send the signal. Let them know we've arrived." Moments later, a response came through. A holographic figure materialized on the bridge. Tall, slender, with iridescent skin, and large, multifaceted eyes. The alien's voice was melodious, translated in real time by the ship's computers. "Greetings, humans of Earth. I am Ambassador Zilvan of the Zarkari Confederation. On behalf of our people, welcome to the stars." A collective gasp went through the bridge crew. For all their preparation, nothing could have truly readied them for this moment. Captain Como stepped forward. "Ambassador Zilvan, I am Captain Zoran Como of the United Nations interstellar vessel Prometheus. We come in peace and friendship, eager to learn and to offer what help we can." The Zarkari's expression was unreadable, but its voice carried warmth. "Your journey here speaks volumes of your species' determination and adaptability. These are qualities we greatly admire, and qualities we desperately need." Over the next hours, the Prometheus docked with the Zarkari station. As the airlock cycled, Captain Como led a small delegation to meet their hosts face to face. The group included Dr. Rodriguez, Maya Chen, and a handful of other key personnel. The interior of the Zarkari facility was a marvel of bioorganic architecture. Living walls pulsed with bioluminescence, while gravity seemed to shift subtly as they walked, allowing for three-dimensional movement that would have been impossible on Earth. Ambassador Zilvan led them to a chamber that seemed to open onto the vastness of space itself. A three-dimensional star map flickered to life, showing the extent of known galactic civilization. "For millennia, the races of our confederation have lived in relative peace," Zilvan explained. "We have explored, traded, and shared knowledge. But now, a threat has emerged that endangers us all." The star map zoomed in on a region of space near the galactic core. Red tendrils spread outward, engulfing system after system. "We call them the Void," Zilvan continued, a note of fear creeping into its voice. "They are not a species as we understand it, but a force of cosmic entropy. They consume energy, matter, even space-time itself. Worlds touched by the Void are left lifeless, stars are extinguished, and the very fabric of reality is torn asunder." The humans exchanged worried glances. This was far beyond anything they had imagined. "But why come to us?" asked Dr. Rodriguez. "Surely your technologies are far more advanced than ours." Zilvan's multifaceted eyes seemed to shimmer. "Because, Dr. Rodriguez, there is something unique about humanity. In all our travels, we have never encountered a species quite like yours." The ambassador gestured, and the star map changed to show Earth's solar system. "Your world is young, geologically active, and tremendously diverse. These conditions have forged in you a resilience and adaptability that is rare in the galaxy. Moreover, your brains possess a unique quantum coherence that allows for intuitive leaps our own scientists struggle to replicate." Maya Chen stepped forward, her eyes wide with realization. "The faster-than-light drive. That's why you gave us the plans. You wanted to see if we could build it." Zilvan nodded. And you succeeded far more quickly than we anticipated. It is our hope that this same innovative spirit can be applied to the challenge of the void." Captain Como frowned. "Ambassador, while we're honored by your faith in us, we're still a young species. We have our own challenges, our own divisions. Are you sure we're ready for this?" The Zarkari's expression shifted in a way that might have been a smile. "Captain, no species is ever truly ready for the trials that await them among the stars. But it is in facing these challenges that we grow, that we become more than we were." As if on cue, alarms began to blare throughout the station. Zylvan rushed to a nearby console, its movements suddenly urgent. "It cannot be," the ambassador muttered. "They should not have reached this sector for decades." "What is it?" demanded Captain Como. Zylvan turned to face them, fear evident in its alien features. "The void. They've arrived at the edge of your solar system." The star map shifted again, showing a mass of swirling darkness approaching Earth. The humans stared in horror, realizing that their homeworld, everything and everyone they had ever known, was now in imminent danger. "We need to warn Earth," said Dr. Rodriguez, her voice shaking. "There's no time," Zylvan replied. "Your world has days, perhaps hours, before the void begins to feed. There is only one option now." The ambassador moved to another console, activating a shimmering field that enveloped the chamber. "This is a time dilation field. It will allow us to work for what will seem like months while only hours pass outside. It is in this bubble that we must find a solution, or all will be lost." Captain Como looked at her crew, seeing determination replace fear in their eyes. They had come to the stars seeking knowledge and adventure. Instead, they had found themselves thrust into a battle for the very survival of their species. "Tell us everything you know about the void," Nkomo said, her voice steady. "Every scrap of data, every theory, no matter how outlandish. If humanity is to have any hope of survival, we need to understand what we're facing." As Zylvan began to share the collected knowledge of the Zarkari Confederation, the humans of the Prometheus steeled themselves for the challenge ahead. They were no longer explorers or diplomats. They were now the last line of defense for Earth, and perhaps the entire galaxy. In the artificial bubble of stretched time, humans and Zarkari worked feverishly. Maya Chen and a team of engineers pored over designs for weapons and shields that might repel the void. Dr. Rodriguez collaborated with alien xenobiologists, searching for any weakness in the cosmic entity's makeup. Days stretched into weeks, then months, all while mere hours ticked by in the outside world. The strain began to show on the human crew, unused to such prolonged isolation and stress. But they pushed on, driven by the knowledge that failure meant the end of everything they held dear. It was during one of their rare rest periods that Maya Chen had her breakthrough. Half asleep, her mind drifting between consciousness and dreams, she saw patterns in the void's behavior that had eluded them before. "It's not random," she exclaimed, bursting into the main research hub. "The void, it's following rules. Quantum rules we barely understand, but rules nonetheless." Her revelation sparked a flurry of activity. Working with Zarkari physicists, Maya began to develop a theory that the void was not a force of pure destruction, but a complex quantum phenomenon that could potentially be redirected or even contained. As the team delved deeper into Maya's theory, Captain Como focused on preparing a defense strategy. Using simulations based on Zarkari technology, she ran countless scenarios, searching for any tactic that might buy Earth more time. "If we can't stop it completely," Nkomo explained to the gathered team, "we need to at least slow it down. Give our people a chance to evacuate, to save what we can of our civilization." The pressure was immense, but as the days within the time dilation field stretched on, a plan began to take shape. It was Dr. Rodriguez who provided the final piece of the puzzle. "We've been thinking of the void as an enemy to be defeated," she said during one of their strategy sessions. "But what if we're looking at it all wrong? What if it's not malevolent, but simply hungry?" Her words sparked a new line of thought. If the void fed on energy and matter, Could it be satiated? Or better yet, could it be lured away? As their time in the bubble neared its end, the combined human and Zarkari team had developed a daring, almost foolhardy plan. They would create a massive energy signature, one that would appear irresistibly delicious to the void, and use it to draw the entity away from Earth. It's not a permanent solution, Maya admitted as they made their final preparations, but it should buy us the time we need to develop a more lasting defense. Ambassador Zilvin looked at the assembled humans with a mixture of awe and respect. In all our years of fighting the void, we never considered such an approach. Your species truly does think differently. As the time dilation field began to power down, Captain Como addressed her crew. What we're about to attempt has never been done before. The risks are enormous, and there's no guarantee of success. But Earth is counting on us, even if they don't know it yet. Whatever happens next, I want you all to know that it has been the greatest honor of my life to serve with you. The Prometheus undocked from the Zarkari station, its systems reconfigured to emit the massive energy signature they hoped would lure the void. As they approached the edge of the solar system, they got their first real look at their enemy. It was a sight that defied description. A roiling mass of darkness that seemed to devour light itself. Tendrils of nothingness reached out, probing the space around it. As the ship drew closer, they could see entire asteroids vanishing into the void's maw. Energy signature active, reported Lieutenant Tanaka, her voice tense. The void is responding. On the view screen, they watched as the cosmic entity paused in its advance towards Earth. Slowly, agonizingly, it began to turn towards the Prometheus. It's working, breathed Dr. Rodriguez. It's actually working. But their elation was short-lived. As the void approached, drawn by the irresistible energy signature, the ship's systems began to fluctuate. The void's presence is affecting our engines, Maya called out, her fingers flying over her console. We can't maintain this output for long. Captain Nkomo's mind raced. They had known this was a possibility, but the reality of it was terrifying. If they couldn't keep the void's attention, it would resume its course for Earth. If they maintained the energy output, they risked being consumed themselves. In that moment of crisis, Nkomo made a decision that would echo through human history. Set a course away from the solar system, maximum speed. We're going to lead this thing on a chase. Captain, protested Zilvin, if you leave the system, you may never find your way back. The void distorts space-time. You could be lost forever. Nkomo met the ambassador's gaze steadily. Better lost than dead. And better us than all of Earth. As the Prometheus engaged its faster-than-light drive, pulling the void along with it, Nkomo opened a channel to Earth. In the brief moments before they jumped to FTL, she transmitted everything they had learned about the void, along with their plans and the technology they had developed. People of Earth, she said, her voice strong despite the danger. You don't know us, but we are your children. We came to the stars seeking knowledge and found a threat to our very existence. We go now to face that threat, to buy you the time you need to prepare. Learn from what we send you. Grow stronger. And know that no matter how far we travel, our hearts will always be with you. With a flash of light, the Prometheus vanished into the depths of space, the void following in its wake. On Earth, scientists and leaders scrambled to make sense of the sudden influx of alien technology and dire warnings. As news spread of the sacrifice made by the Prometheus and its crew, humanity found itself united as never before. The petty conflicts that had divided nations seemed insignificant in the face of a cosmic threat. A new age of cooperation and technological advancement began, driven by the need to prepare for the void's potential return. In the vast emptiness between the stars, the Prometheus continued its desperate flight. The crew worked tirelessly, pushing their ship and themselves to the limit, always staying just ahead of the ravenous entity that pursued them. Captain Como stood on the bridge, watching the swirling chaos of faster-than-light travel on the view screen. She thought of Earth, of the billions of lives they had saved, at least for now. Whatever fate awaited them in the unknown reaches of the galaxy, she knew they had made the right choice. "Where to, Captain?" asked Lieutenant Tanaka, a weary but determined smile on her face. Nkomo looked at her crew, humans who had become more than explorers, more than diplomats. They had become guardians of their world, sentinels against a threat they barely understood. "Onwards," she replied, her voice filled with resolve. "Always onwards." As the Prometheus raced through the cosmos, its energy signature a beacon of defiance against the encroaching void, the first chapter of humanity's great galactic adventure came to a close. But for the crew of the Prometheus, and for the people of Earth they had left behind, the true journey was only beginning. The encounter with the Zarkari and the void had changed everything. Humanity now stood at a crossroads, facing challenges and opportunities beyond anything they had ever imagined. The universe had revealed itself to be far more wondrous and far more dangerous than anyone had dreamed. As part 2 of our story concludes, the stage is set for an epic struggle that will test the limits of human courage, ingenuity, and the unbreakable spirit that defines our species. The stars, once distant and unreachable, now beckon with the promise of adventure, discovery, and the chance to secure a place for humanity in the vast tapestry of galactic civilization. 5 years had passed since the Prometheus disappeared into the depths of space, taking with it the immediate threat of the void. On Earth, those years had seen a transformation unlike any in human history. The knowledge left behind by the Prometheus crew, combined with the technology shared by the Zarkari, had catapulted humanity's scientific understanding forward by centuries. In the sprawling United Earth Space Command headquarters in Geneva, Admiral Kira Chen, Maya Chen's younger sister, stood before a holographic display of the Milky Way. Red markers indicated the last known position of the Prometheus and the projected path of the void. "Any news from the deep space arrays?" Kira asked, her voice tight with the tension that had become all too familiar. Dr. Alejandro Reyes, head of Earth's Sena Communications Division, shook his head. "Nothing yet, Admiral. But we're expanding our search parameters daily. If the Prometheus is still out there, we'll find them." Kira nodded, trying to push away the gnawing worry for her sister and the rest of the Prometheus crew. She turned to face the assembled leaders of Earth's new united government and military. "Ladies and gentlemen, while we haven't given up hope for the Prometheus, we must face the reality that the void may return. Our defenses have improved dramatically, but we're not sure they'll be enough. That's why today's meeting with the Galactic Confederation is crucial." On cue, a shimmering portal opened in the center of the room. Through it stepped Ambassador Zilvan, accompanied by representatives from a dozen alien species. The diversity of forms and colors was breathtaking. Crystalline beings that chimed as they moved, entities of pure energy contained in advanced suits, and more that defied easy description. "Greetings, people of Earth," Zilvan said, its voice translating seamlessly through the room's advanced systems. "We come today to formalize our alliance and to share grave news." The assembled humans tensed, preparing themselves for the worst. "The void has changed course," Zilvan continued. "It is no longer pursuing the Prometheus. Instead, it appears to be heading directly for the heart of our Confederation." Murmurs of concern rippled through the room. Admiral Chen stepped forward. "Ambassador, does this mean the Prometheus?" Zilvan's multifaceted eyes shimmered with what might have been sadness. "We do not know, but the actions of your brave crew have given us all a chance we might not have had otherwise. Now, we must use that chance wisely." Over the next hours, humans and aliens engaged in intense discussions. Plans were made, technologies shared, and strategies debated. It became clear that while the Confederation had vast resources and advanced science, they lacked the innovative thinking and adaptability that humans had displayed in their brief encounter with the void. "We propose a joint task force," Admiral Chen said, laying out holographic schematics of a new class of ship, combining our FTL drive designs with your advanced shielding and weapons systems, a fleet capable of not just running from the void, but potentially fighting back. A being of swirling gases, introduced as the representative of the Nebulans, chimed in. An intriguing proposal, but how do we know such a hybrid technology will function as intended? We don't, admitted Dr. Reyes. But that's precisely why it might work. The void seems to adapt quickly to known technologies. Something entirely new might catch it off guard. As the discussion continued, a young ensign burst into the room, her face flushed with excitement. "Admiral, we've received a transmission from the Prometheus." The room fell silent. Kira's heart raced. "Put it through," she ordered, her voice barely above a whisper. The holographic display shifted, showing a grainy, static-filled image of Captain Zoran Como. She looked older, her face lined with exhaustion, but her eyes still burned with determination. "Earth, do you read us? This is Captain Como of the Prometheus. We've been through hell, but we've learned so much. The void, it's not just consuming. It's changing, evolving. And we think we know how to stop it. But we need help. We're sending coordinates. Please, hurry." The transmission cut out, leaving the room in stunned silence. Admiral Chen was the first to recover. "You heard the captain. We have a rescue mission to plan." Zilven stepped forward, its alien features set in what humans had come to recognize as resolve. "Not just a rescue mission, Admiral. If your people have truly found a way to stop the void, this could be our chance to end this threat once and for all." Over the next weeks, a plan took shape. A joint fleet would be assembled. The most advanced ships from Earth and the Confederation, crewed by the best and brightest of a dozen species. They would journey to the coordinates provided by the Prometheus, mount a rescue, and then take the fight directly to the void. As preparations reached their final stages, Admiral Chen found herself standing before the United Earth Council, making the case for what could be humanity's most ambitious and dangerous mission yet. "I won't lie to you," she said, her voice carrying to every corner of the Grand Chamber. "What we're proposing is risky. We'll be venturing into unknown space, facing a threat we barely understand. But the alternative is to wait here, hoping our defenses will hold when the void inevitably returns. I say we take the fight to them. I say we show the galaxy what humanity is truly capable of." The council chamber erupted in cheers. Humanity, it seemed, was ready to claim its place among the stars. On the day of launch, millions gathered to watch the combined fleet take to the skies. Ships of human and alien design rose together, a testament to what could be achieved through cooperation and shared purpose. Aboard the flagship, christened the Unity, Admiral Chen stood on the bridge, surrounded by a crew that represented the diversity of Earth and the Confederation. As the ship prepared to make the jump to FTL, she thought of her sister and the crew of the Prometheus, out there somewhere in the vast unknown. "All ships report ready, Admiral," announced her XO, a Zarkari named Vexilor. Kira took a deep breath, feeling the weight of history on her shoulders. "Send the word to the fleet. Let's bring our people home and save the galaxy while we're at it." With a flash of light, the Unity and its escort ships vanished into the depths of space. Behind them, the people of Earth and the worlds of the Confederation waited with bated breath, hoping against hope that this mission would mark not the end, but a new beginning for all sentient life. As the fleet journeyed towards its rendezvous with destiny, new alliances were forged in the crucible of shared purpose. Humans worked alongside aliens, learning from each other, challenging assumptions, and pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. Dr. Reyes found himself collaborating with a team of Nebulon scientists, their gaseous forms swirling around holographic displays as they refined the fleet's long-range sensors. "It's fascinating," he remarked to his alien colleagues. "Your natural state allows you to perceive energy fluctuations we can only detect with instruments. Combined with our data processing algorithms, we might be able to track the void's movements with unprecedented accuracy." Meanwhile, in the ship's engineering section, teams of human and Zarkari technicians worked to integrate their technologies in ways never before attempted. The challenges were immense, but with each passing day, new breakthroughs were made. "It's not just about combining our tech," explained Chief Engineer Yuki Tanaka to a group of wide-eyed cadets. "It's about combining our ways of thinking." The Zarkari approach problems with a logic that spans millennia. We humans have a knack for intuitive leaps. Together, we're creating solutions neither of us could have devised alone. As the fleet pushed deeper into uncharted space, following the faint trail left by the Prometheus, they encountered wonders and terrors beyond imagination. Vast nebulae that seemed to sing, gravitational anomalies that bent space and time, and the haunting remains of civilizations touched by the void. Each challenge they faced only served to strengthen the bonds between the diverse crew. Species that had once viewed each other with suspicion now fought side by side, united against a common threat. Weeks turned to months as the Unity and its escorts pushed onwards. The strain began to show on the crew, but their determination never wavered. They were driven by a shared purpose: to find the Prometheus, to unlock the secret of defeating the void, and to secure a future for all sentient life. It was during one of the fleet's routine sensor sweeps that they detected something unusual, a faint energy signature that matched no known phenomenon. As they altered course to investigate, tension filled the air. Could this be a sign of the Prometheus, or something far more sinister? As the Unity dropped out of FTL near the source of the signal, the crew gasped in collective awe. Before them floated a massive structure, clearly artificial, but like nothing they had ever seen. It seemed to be composed of energy as much as matter, its surface rippling with patterns of light that defied description. "Life signs detected," reported the sensor officer, her voice tinged with disbelief. "They're human. It's the Prometheus." A cheer went up across the bridge, quickly tempered by the realization that their mission was far from over. As they prepared to make contact with the long-lost ship, Admiral Chen couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the precipice of something monumental. "Open a channel," she ordered, her voice steady despite the emotions roiling within her. "Let's bring them home." As the communication link established, the image of Captain Como flickered to life on the main view screen. She looked older, her face lined with the weight of her experiences, but her eyes still burned with the same determination they had shown in her last transmission. "Admiral Chen," Nkomo said, a tired smile crossing her face. "You have no idea how good it is to see you." Kira fought back tears as she replied, "Likewise, Captain. We've come a long way to find you, but I have a feeling our journey is just beginning." Nkomo's expression turned grave. "You're right about that, Admiral. We've discovered something that changes everything we thought we knew about the void and about ourselves." As Part 3 draws to a close, the stage is set for revelations that will shake the foundations of human and alien understanding alike. The alliance forged between Earth and the Galactic Confederation faces its greatest test, as the true nature of the void, and humanity's unique role in confronting it, comes to light. The rescue of the Prometheus marks not an end, but a new beginning. As the combined fleet prepares to face the greatest threat the galaxy has ever known, the strength of their newfound unity will be tested in ways none could have imagined. The battle for the future of all sentient life is about to begin, and at its heart stands humanity, no longer a species apart, but a vital thread in the tapestry of cosmic civilization. Their unbreakable spirit, forged in the crucible of adversity and tempered by alliance, may well be the key to salvation for all.